Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest. And now, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.
Wireless ones now. They're like Bluetooth. It's really cool, man.
I'm gonna get you some wireless for your birthday.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Wireless.
Are we live again?
Yes, we're live.
God, Diego. We had started the show and Diego broke it. And now we
did.
started over.
Yeah, Diego knocked the entire
Man, we had a whole
thing out of
epic
whack.
conversation about
Yeah.
the history of MMA and
Meaning of
All sorts
life.
stuff.
like the meaning of life. I think we had it solved.
Hoist Gracie.
What so you went to see Melissa on Friday?
Yeah, I went and saw Melissa Odessa,
And
Fury
then-
FC 115 fighter. Yeah, I did that Friday night. Went and watched some good boxing, and then Saturday went and watched Justin Verlander get smoked by the White Sox.
How dare you.
And then Sunday, man, all day in the pool. That was it. Did nothing.
And Rich went to play Top
Top golf, baby. Went to Top Golf, smacked some balls around with the family. It was a good time, man. Lots of day drinking early in the morning. You know,
And you
Although,
played, you
sort of
played
like right
Angry
now.
Birds there.
throw like right now. Throw like right now.
Shout
Midday.
out to Haller
Thank you, Hallerhead, once
for
again.
the 10:45 a.m. drink.
Yeah, not even day drink. This is like early bird drinking.
Listen, when you're in the industry that we're in, sometimes you just got to do
There's
that.
no
like,
time like right now.
There's never a bad time for alcohol or Tums.
We were on our way up here and got the message we lost a fight off the main card in California in 2 weeks. So I'm like, can I go do my podcast without hearing any bad news? Like,
No. We need that. We need that fuel for the podcast.
Never fails. Never fails. Some people wonder sometimes why we build so many fights in the cards.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize what they start at. Like
Especially
we
fight week, man.
literally have cards that start off with 26, 27, 28
Yes.
fights on
Yeah.
it.
That's crazy.
And by the time it gets down to fight week, we're hoping we can hold 15. I mean, it happens all the time.
how was Father's Day for you?
Work at the house, honeydew list at the end. Partied up at the
Man,
pool at the
that's-
house.
It's terrible.
On Sunday?
telling you.
You were off from your shift, huh?
Yes, from my shit.
I said your shift.
Diego's wife's like, "Fuck Father's Day. You got
Your
shit to
police-
do.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
the shift.
Get to
I'm
work,
sorry.
You were
Diego.
off all weekend?
Yeah.
Go build this birdhouse."
I was in the ATX.
Yeah.
What were you doing
For
out
the
there,
UFC,
man?
right?
Yes, man. I took my dad to UFC for Father's Day.
Kick ass.
How was
man.
that?
He had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of fun. Took him to UFC, went to my favorite restaurant, Papacitos.
Surprise.
How is Papacitos or Papa's not a sponsor yet?
I know, man. I gotta get them.
Yeah, we need to work on
Maybe
that.
if I spoke Spanish, but it is Tex-Mex, right? So
Yeah.
I know you go into Papacitos, there's more white people than Mexican people in there.
All right, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
We get what you're saying here.
So y'all go get 'em
We'll talk
for
to them
me.
at the next
Y'all
meeting.
go get them.
At the next white people meeting,
is
we're going to talk
Lulac.
about
Yeah,
Papacitos.
when we have our Caucasian conundrum meeting at the end, we'll
yeah,
figure out
but-
what we need to do.
The fights were great.
Yeah. Oh, it was an awesome card.
And the venue was awesome. You know, it reminded me of Bird Ogden Arena.
Yeah,
it was
really.
like that. It was a big venue.
Stadium feel, but intimate.
Yes.
Was it the Frank Miller?
No, it was Moody Center.
Moody Center.
Brand new that replaced whatever
okay.
the.
Yeah, 'cause
it was on the college campus.
Yeah, I think it was the Frank Miller Center.
Frank Irwin.
Frank
Frank
yeah.
Irwin, there
Yeah,
you go.
so
I
it
was struggling
replaced-
to come up with the two.
It replaced the
Okay.
that one. And man, when Adrian Yanez walked out,
Dude.
holy shit,
Yeah.
that place went crazy.
How about when he put that beating on Tony Kelly?
my God?
Hey, look,
For
love
Adrian Yanez to throw a double bird at somebody,
Oh, yeah.
man. I mean, he's a class act all the way. You have to really piss him
Hey,
off
look,
to get him to react like that.
Love or hate Tony Kelly, and a lot of people hate Tony Kelly.
Yeah,
That dude is as tough
from your
as
hometown?
they come. Oh, not hometown. But, he is as
your hometown, right?
tough as they come. Speaks more Spanish than Eric.
That's all right.
And man, Yanez made it look easy.
he did.
I mean, finished him pretty quickly.
It was such a cool feeling seeing Adrian come out and
Yes.
people go crazy, and just
Remembering all those times, straight out of Fury, man.
remembering the walks that he had for Legacy and for us.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
in a smaller place, and to see how big he is now. To have 5 fights, 5 finishes, 5 bonuses.
How about
15th
now?
ranked
15th,
fighter
yeah.
amazing,
in that
man.
division. Yeah, man. I mean,
It's awesome.
Hey,
For
listen,
sure.
there's a recording. I don't know where it is. Somewhere. Adrian Yanez's second pro fight with us at Legacy. I got interviewed by one of the radio stations here, and we talked about who are the future stars. And that kid, then you knew like he's going to be a star. Yeah. He's never been finished because all of his losses have come either split decision or bad unanimous. Like every fight he's had, he realistically could have won every single one of them. Hey, before we get going forward, make sure you guys check out our newest sponsor, Blue NOLA. That's Blue Marine Transportation. All of your marine transportation needs, based right there out of New Orleans. Make sure you check those guys out today, BlueNOLA.com. Once again, that's BlueNOLA.com. Howlerhead Whiskey, the Monkey Spirit, fueling us today for the show once again.
cheers.
Shout out to Kimura Tattoo Company, man. Look at that sweet ink you got there.
See that cursive he hooked me up with?
What does that say? I love dudes.
It says, lost time is never found again.
Oh,
Lost time is never found again.
I dig it.
Are you
Shout
gonna
out.
be an Instagram model now?
No.
They've all got those,
will.
bang, look at that.
Oh, so we'll be, we're working on some cool stuff with Kimura. I think you'll see some cool awards coming out with those guys pretty
Free
soon.
Fury neck tattoos. he
Free
said.
Fury neck. Anyone who wants a Fury neck tattoo.
All right, Diego, let's go get it,
Diego.
man.
In 4 years, I do it.
4 years. 4 years.
We're about to cross the knuckles right here.
Hey, also Space City Collective. Make sure you check them out at Space City _collective.
I was there yesterday.
I saw that.
I went in yesterday.
You got some Yeezy slides?
I went in there. I didn't even know it was my boy's birthday.
Was your daughter angry?
She looked mad.
The
Huh?
picture.
Oh, dude. Listen, so she must have picked like 6 pairs off the wall, and they didn't have her size.
Dad was
She
like,
ended up getting something though.
Right.
Dad was
She
like,
went
I'm
and
only
got
buying you
some
5.
pandas.
You're
She
not
went and
getting
got some
6.
pandas.
Okay.
And we went to his other location, and they had them. But yeah, I went and picked up 2 pairs of Yeezy slides, one for me, one for EJ.
Okay. All right.
Got home, put
man.
them bad boys on. My wife's like, "Those are ugly as shit." I was like, man, these
how
things
they feel?
Oh, dude, I'm floating. I'm
See,
floating.
I haven't had a pair of Yeezy slides yet. I see people rocking them. They look terrible. Like they look absolutely.
Honestly, they don't look that bad.
Most of his shoes do. That's just my personal opinion.
they gotta
But,
grow on you. See, I'm rocking
matter of
these,
preference.
the 700s
the
right
dad
now.
shoes, baby. That's the ultimate dad shoe.
They're comfortable as hell. I mean, but those Yeezy slides, I got them because I travel so much.
Yeah.
Slide them on at the airport, slide them off.
I'm telling you, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Slide
Not
them
gonna
on.
lie, man. I wear my 700s almost 3 days a week, like 4 days a week. I wear them all the time. And stop sliding your shoes off, guys. TSA or clear. You can just it's $90 for 5 years, guys. Stop saving nickels and dimes. It's gonna be okay. Save your time.
Are you sure?
That was a TSA commercial.
Yeah, I mean, are they a sponsor of the show now?
No, they should be though. But damn,
I got
dude,
clear.
It's super cheap.
I do
you
have
did.
clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. I need to budget that on the
I
coach.
just jumped in the clear line and got through last time.
Did you?
Leaving. Yeah, man. I lucked out.
They didn't kick you out.
No. Me and one of the kids you brought down
yeah.
to help out.
They were just like the voice.
There was no line there, and I was like, "Hey, bud, all they can say is no," and they didn't. So yeah, boom, in and out. So free clear. Shout out TSA.
Hey, also check out our sponsor, Sheath Underwear, sheathunderwear.com. You'll see our lovely ring girls dressed up in their amazing gear every weekend.
Eliminating
Private
swamp for dudes everywhere.
Private label, some amazing bags for you to check out, some sweet gear. Make sure you check them out. And Official Clean, man. Official Clean Athlete. They bring all the disinfectant for our floors, for the mats, for my gyms. Awesome gear, great disinfectant for your hands. Sweet guys. Hey, New Orleans is this weekend. Before we get to fights.
I got home yesterday, and there was a big ass box of private label on my
Oh, yeah.
front gate. I haven't cracked it open yet, but I'm gonna open it
It's
up.
always cool to see what they have.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to send the camera back so that I can just keep that, not have to worry about it.
Well, that bag's going to New Orleans, and let's see who's gonna get some private label bags.
Private
this
label bags
week.
this weekend.
Before we get into that, let's
Hit me.
a big shout out to DNA Studios for letting us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Beautiful studio here.
put Sam.
Sam.
Have to bring Sam out and make him a guest on the show. Let's talk about the studio.
Way better than Brian. I don't want to hear Brian on the show.
Yeah, we don't want to
Okay, so no Brian Duvall. We're like,
Brian
were
Duvall on
unanimous? I don't know. I almost want to bring him in now, like just to irk Rick.
So, hey, I know we have great shows coming up this weekend, but honestly, I don't care about the show right now. This is my hometown. That's where. Now, I was born here in Houston, but I grew up in New Orleans. With the first 18 years of my life there, and so, what are you guys looking forward to? Is there a place you're looking forward to eating? Some place you're looking forward to going?
I'm looking forward to not getting robbed. That's when
I'm looking
they're
forward to
trying not
eating
to
at Fogo de Chao.
It's like, I'm looking for papas.
Fogo de
do
Chao,
they
really?
have a Papacitos in New Orleans?
Down the street, man.
I don't care. That's where I'm going Friday.
Eric will find it.
Oh,
I'm going to Fogo de Chao.
That's not
Friday.
where we're going Friday. We're
I
gonna.
feel like
I'd like to
inside
check out
Fogo
the
de
French
Chao, there's
Quarter,
not gonna be
but I hear
any
that that's
criminals.
not the place to be at night.
To rob
so.
me.
You're not gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna come looking for you.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna go to Commander's Palace.
What's that?
You ever been to Commander? It's like one of the
Sounds
top
like a
restaurants
strip
in the
club.
world.
I'm looking forward to Rich being our tour guide for this
Man,
thing. so.
Dookie Chase's one of the best places you can go as far as like amazing food.
Dookie Chase?
I'm telling you, man.
Chasing that dookie.
That's-
telling
that's-
you.
Wow.
I'm
Listen,
telling you, you guys are laughing.
Commander's
This is
Palace. Commander's Palace sounds like a strip club, and Dookie Chase sounds like a porta potty company.
Dookie Chase's since 1941.
Don't eat the tacos
man.
at Dookie
yeah, I'm not
Chasers,
going
man.
Hey, we gotta go to Central Market and get a muffalata. And then I took Eric to Salvo Seafood last time. First time I've ever seen him stuffed.
Oh, dude, yeah. That wasn't too bad.
No, it was good.
That wasn't too bad.
No, it was good, man.
I don't like to eat everything with my hands, though.
Yeah, I've noticed.
That was
I've noticed.
that was rough.
that a
Yeah,
Louisiana
use the
Yeah.
utensils at
Well, I mean,
Dookie
it's all
Chase.
it's
Don't
all
use your
like
hands
crawfish
there.
and crabs and it's snow crabs and sausage.
Hey, listen,
which
they're not a sponsor. Stop
You have
talking.
to eat sausage with your hands, of course. So, look at that.
Heard that
I
about
don't
you.
know about that. I don't know about that.
And we're gonna do some fun stuff as well. So on the way there, we're gonna try. So I've got Devin and Chris from Arcade Crew riding with us. They're also my students. We're gonna try and hit a couple gyms and train.
Say craters.
Yeah, so we're gonna train at Gladiators Lafayette tomorrow at 6:30.
Okay.
And then I'm looking at either NOLA BJJ or Mid City MMA on Friday.
And Gladiators has 2 on the card.
Two on the
Tyreek
card, Tyreek and Rylan.
and Rylan
Yeah,
Melanson. Yep.
Rylan Melanson. And then this weekend, try to hit up a few other places. Man, hey, if you guys are able, after weigh-ins on Saturday, I'm going to the zoo,
Oh, are you?
the Audubon Zoo. It is my favorite place, literally like one of my favorite places in the world, like of all time. Like one of my favorite places to go. And so I'm going to text a few of the fellas out there. It's a beautiful zoo. If you like zoos and seeing animals stuck in captivity with nowhere to go and they have their lives ruined, it is the place to go.
How hot is it supposed to be?
It's going to be unbearably hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So
pretty
we
hard.
have to put the Fury tanks on.
Fury tanks, sweaty balls, like it's going to be.
That sheath underwear makes a solution for that.
They
know,
do. You,
so-
you drop it right in the bag.
bang.
Right in the bag.
Fury tanks and sheath draws. That's the gear. for the zoo.
Howlerhead in the Fury Yeti.
Now that we've made all of our sponsors proud, let's talk about the card this weekend.
How about the UFC card though? Let's finish that.
I don't care about
Kevin
the
Holland.
UFC card.
Oh,
Kevin
did
Holland,
you see?
too.
Yeah, apparently Nate Diaz and him.
saw
I was
that.
reading that this morning.
Well, I saw
Diaz does not want that
no Diaz don't want that. But I saw Dana
thinks he
gave the
does.
okay for Diaz in
to go fight to leave and
Jake
go fight
Paul.
Jake Paul.
yeah.
I told him sign the release papers then. You know, so
It's a payday for him probably.
we'll see.
Man,
Oh,
payday
yeah,
for both of them.
Probably
Kevin Holland,
better than
another
what he's got
guy
in
who
UFC.
started here in Texas. With he was the legacy. He's kind of fought everywhere around. He was just at our fights
Yeah, he was there 2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago. Comes out and what a performance, man! Puts it on him with the hands and then finishes with that slick Darce choke. What was the pop like for him too? Was it similar to Adrian?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Same
man.
thing, man. Star power already for those
and
guys.
that's in Austin. Could you imagine if that would have been here in Houston?
Kevin's from Fort Worth,
Yeah, Dallas, Fort Worth area out there. So
and he had Crew Bob in his corner. Giannis had Michael Corley in his corner,
he also had Smotherman.
and Smotherman.
Yeah,
Babyface killer.
Babyface
My
Killer,
guy.
and his brother. Yeah, those 3. He had 3 corners.
yeah. It was cool. They started talking about Yanez as now moving into that coaching role as well. Yeah. Let's talk about a hard transition. 5-0 in the UFC, 5 finishes, 5 fight of the night bonuses, and you're trying to build other fighters. Man, like he's got a lot on his
Got a
plate
lot
right
going
now.
on. Yeah.
Big shoes to fill, but he's capable.
Oh, dude. Yeah. How old is Giannis now? 25 maybe.
He's mid-20s at the most.
Just had a baby.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked great. Like he looked great for
Yeah,
sure.
he's a good guy too. Like outside of the
doubt.
cage, is one of those guys that
I
you
saw
like to talk to.
he had a after party at Little Woodrow's in Austin, and I went up there and I talked to him for a little bit, and he was just like, "Man, this is like unreal. Like to be here." Chico was there, and Chico was telling him that our tennis Chico Young, for those that don't know, that he remembered seeing Yanez fight on a card with him at the Arena Theater. And Yanez was like, "Man, it's crazy. I used to build the cage, Chico, that you fought in." And Chico's like, I know, that's what's unreal. And now I'm sitting cage side at a UFC event and got 13,000 fans screaming for you making that walk. Like, dude,
Circle of life, man.
yeah, man. It's amazing.
It's crazy too, man. When you look back at the people that he has fought since day one, his second fight was Levi Miles.
Yeah, that was his.
That was his one of his few losses. And you look at his losses, Levi Miles, who, I mean, let's be honest here, maybe the guy who fell shortest of this ultimate potential.
Yeah,
The
no
guy
doubt.
who could have been possibly one. He's still the best 135er who doesn't make 135. Like
who's
an
not in the
amazing
UFC.
fighter all the way
no
around.
doubt.
He
Comes
been,
really close though.
should have been in the UFC 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he
And he's
loses
super young.
to Domingo Pilarte in a split decision in a fight that I thought he won. Domingo in the UFC.
I thought he beat Miles Johns.
I thought he beat Miles Johns as well. Another split decision loss. And Miles Johns in the UFC.
Yeah.
Everyone that he's beat, he has beaten Colin Wright, Ryan Hollis, Trent Mew, Kyle Estrada, Victor Rodriguez, and now he's on this run, Tony Kelly, Davey Grant, Randy Costa, Gustavo Lopez. He's
on a
absolutely
9-fight win
phenomenal.
streak.
Yeah, his last loss was 2018 to Miles Johns.
Holy shit, man.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, man.
I mean, hey, hats off again. Absolutely phenomenal to see him out there. Dude, what
Super
about that?
happy
What
for
about
him.
that Cater and Emmett fight?
Yeah.
Did you have Emmett winning?
I thought it could have went either way, honestly. I mean, if you look at damage, Emmett was busted.
Busted open.
You know, his eye was completely shut, swelled up.
It's hard. That's one of the fights that I would say it is hard to be a judge in a fight like that because yes, Cater from round 1 through round 5 continuing to land at the jab, really controlled the distance in the fight and clearly did the most damage, whereas Josh Emmett just threw big punches
Right.
that look worse than they are. You know, from being in there, sometimes you block a big shot and it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But it's not that
But
big
it
a
didn't
deal.
do any damage,
No.
and that's where it's thankless to be a judge, especially in Texas, because I mean, damage, that's like criteria number one.
Right.
You know, damage first. You know, the big shots that look awesome, you know, the crowd will boo if you give the other guy who did more damage, if you give him the fight. Oh, this other dude was throwing haymakers. He was doing more, but really, in actuality, he wasn't. So
You know who impressed me was Gregory Rodriguez.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see him at the Fight Pass Invitational, and
right.
him and Cody Steele were the last
two.
Yeah, the last two on that Fury versus LFA. And then to see Gregory go out there and land a big punch and knock that dude out senseless.
I mean, we
Slide.
came. It was a judge's decision, right?
For
At Fight Fab's Invitational.
yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't
Judge's
there.
decision away from.
I hope you were watching it with your Fight Pass
Yeah.
subscription, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
I stole my neighbor's subscription.
Is that so, we should all have free Fight Pass?
You would think. You would think.
I just. Oh, wait, is this reimbursed through Garcia Promotions?
Hey, I got free Fight Pass. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, we know.
I'm gonna start sending in my
Free
expense
Fight
sheet
Pass.
with-
What?
I'm gonna start sending an expense
Hey,
sheet. With
you
Fight
could get it
Pass on
free for 7 days.
Hey.
Is it still going on?
I think so.
Yeah.
The summer of Fight Pass love is still going on. I did not get it free though. I don't know why I didn't get it free. I just had to pay for it. Okay.
Because nothing in life is free. Have you seen inflation? Have you seen price of gas? They can't give out free subscriptions.
So, hey, on this card, 11 fighters received Performance of the Night bonuses, $50,000. One of their highest performance bonuses I've seen yet, and I think it's a step closer to. I think it would be great to see if you finish, you get a bonus.
Right. They asked Dana that at the post-fight press conference. He said, we'll see. Like, sometimes he's just in a good mood and feels like being generous.
Discretionary
for
pay.
you. Bonus for
Dana's
you.
the man.
Bonus
That means
for
it's up to him. You
That's
know?
it.
So
Hey, but again, this sends that message out to fighters and fans and everyone, like abroad from all the branding, abroad from all of the like, look at me, look at me, look at me. What you do when that cage door closes is what matters.
That's what matters more
And
than
if,
anything.
If you are out there looking to finish a fight and finishing the fights, you are going to have a lucrative career. If you look at Kevin Holland is a great example. He's only been in the UFC for 3 years. And, you know, he's come out in interviews and said he's already like he goes, I'm doing great. I've made millions already. I'm doing great.
That's crazy.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
And he's not a guy who's won every fight. He doesn't have an unblemished record. He's lost quite a few times in the UFC, but you know him because of his performances. He comes out there. I mean, he's lost 2 times. He's lost 3 times.
Those
in
are
the
at
UFC.
85, right? He lost
4
at
times.
85?
Yep. He lost at 85. He's on a 2-fight win streak right now.
How many fights in the UFC?
He's been in the UFC for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 fights. 16 fights in 3 years.
That's awesome.
His first UFC fight was in August of 2018. But again, you're talking about a guy who he goes out and he performs, and the performances is why he gets paid. The UFC is known for their locker room bonuses.
Right.
You know, and I can tell you, I know many fighters, and we've been in there, and yeah, man, they come out there, and on Monday you get a little extra in that deposit. You know, and it can be a little, or it can be a lot. But if you go out there and you perform, and you impress guys like Mick and Sean and Hunter and Dana, if you're looking for the finish, you can make decent money. You can make good money.
Can you imagine Monday morning you wake up and you just log in, check your bank account?
Yeah, it'd be nice, man.
Oh, shit, an extra $100K?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I'd be like, dang, Eric must have got that sponsor.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Hey, one day.
One day.
One day.
One day
Eric
it's coming.
Garcia gives us that bathroom bonus.
at Dookie John's.
Dookie Chase, guys. Dookie Chase.
Dookie Chase. Hey, but all in all, the UFC card was awesome. It was great to be there live. Had a great time with my pops.
Did he have
Yeah,
fun?
yeah.
That's what matters.
Oh, he was putting down some Crown and Cokes.
Oh yeah.
How many
There we go.
bets did he make?
None.
None. He made no bets?
No bets.
No bets.
He made gentlemen's bets. Does that count?
Handshake
Hey,
agreement.
listen, my dad is the type of guy that
I love watching
he-
fights with your dad, man.
He'll
Just
be
to hear
sitting
him
next
pick
to
everything apart.
somebody. Hey, man, I bet you $20 this guy wins.
Yeah, I know.
That's my pop right there.
I know. That's why I love it, man. I don't know how many times he said, hey, who do you think's got this fight? He leads you into it.
Or somebody will ask him, and he'll be like, well, let me see how the first round goes first.
Yeah.
And, then
Yeah.
and then I'll make my pick. you
Yes.
know?
He's like, I think it was Khabib and Gaethje. He's like, who you got Khabib and Gaethje? I'm like, I think Khabib's going to win, but I'm pulling for Gaethje. I love Justin. He's like,
Yeah.
you want to put 100 on it? I'm like, he pops.
Sure. On Khabib,
don't.
yeah.
I don't.
He has a way of making you
Your
rethink that, though.
confidence backed me out.
Exactly. Yes.
Hey, maybe that's what he tries to do. So you could say, how about 50? Okay, I'll do 50.
50.
Yeah,
I'll do
that's how it
50.
is.
Got a hell of a
Man,
poker
he's
face.
smart.
Back
But it
your
was
ass
fun, man.
down.
I think he had a good time. I want to take him to some contender.
So then you had
Shows.
to come back and have Father's Day with the family, right?
Yeah, so I was out. I made it a short night at Woodrow's at Yanez's thing, and I think I was back in my room by 1. Passed out, jumped in the car the next morning at 8 a.m. and got home. You know?
That drive home, man, it's always good, like, to get up early and
I
hit the
was
road,
home by-
get back to the family.
I was home by 10:15.
Yeah,
Austin's
nice.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hour drive. Yeah.
Just a little hop up
Spent the day
290.
in the pool.
Not for the Galveston County people.
Move closer.
I think you should move to Tombo.
Yeah,
I
man.
would like to,
You
but
want to move to Tombo?
Then we could
There's 3 acres
do the
I saw
shows
that.
from there.
across the street from
I
me.
saw that.
There's 3 acres. Look, 1, 2, 3.
Bang.
Spit it.
There you go. Let's do
Fury
that.
compound.
Listen, the worst part of living in the country, living in Tombo, and like I dread this every Tuesday night. Like I live on a private street, and you have
know
to
that.
you have to walk your trash to the end of the street, walk it or drive it. So like my wife always like, don't forget to take the trash. Like I already know the fucking trash is due tomorrow. Like, but she has to remind me because she says if I forget to take it and the trash stays full,
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me I didn't remind you. It's like I already know. I put the shit on my phone. Like
So is it more of a pain to take the trash to the end of your private road or to take your elevator to the 3rd floor in the house to
come
wake
on,
the
Rich.
kids up?
Listen,
I mean,
I don't have an elevator. I don't have deep
kids are
pockets.
on the 3rd
I don't
floor.
drive nothing but a Datsun. Like y'all leave me alone.
Which wing of the house do you stay in? Are you in the
I live in the
and
fourth quadrant
Prince
of
was in the
my
guest quarters
600
by the pool
square
in the
foot
pool house.
So I went to Eric's house one day, and once I got past security, I was like, hey, where you at, man? I called him on the phone. He goes, hey, I'll be right there. I'm just up in my room. It took 35 minutes for him to take
I was
the different
probably
corridors.
bringing the trash can back from the end of the street. Dude. Anyway, like that's the only downfall of living out there. is you got to take your trash, and they only pick up once a week. So,
And you're far from everything.
yeah. No, I'm not really far from everything.
Well, no, they brought
Tomball's
more
like
stuff to you.
Pretty
Dude,
incorporated town now.
Man, I'm probably like, I'm 15 minutes from the Woodlands
Yeah.
Mall and 25 minutes from Willowbrook Mall.
Ugh.
And I'm 5 minutes from 99. I could jump on and go east or west.
Well, maybe I'll open up a strong style out that way,
There you
and
go.
we'll check that out. Because right now,
we
Katie
go.
is traffic slow.
Yeah.
The traffic's terrible. I can't stay. You saw that
Well,
picture I
saw
sent
that
you this
picture.
morning.
Yeah, you dreaded it.
I was like, dude,
You don't live too far. You're in Spring.
Yeah, I'm right there on the
Luetta, right?
county line.
You're
Yeah,
Luetta,
no, like
249?
249 in Spring.
Rayford
Cypress.
Sawdust and
So
where?
I'm like, yeah, Rayford Sawdust.
Yeah.
No.
Big shout out to Galveston County.
That's
What-
somebody
yeah,
else.
yeah. Diego,
Diego's-
we're all complaining, and Diego takes 2 days to drive out here
And he's
to
going
do
to
the
be
show.
probably closer to Louisiana than us.
Well, I gotta
A
take
little
the
bit.
ferry.
Nah.
I gotta
So,
take the ferry.
are you going to go out through like Bolivar?
Yes, I'll do that.
Go up through like Winnie, whatever, and come up.
Take
You
the
gotta
ferry.
ferry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's got to take a ferry.
You got to put your whole truck on there.
Yeah.
That
Sure.
that Bolivar Peninsula.
Yeah.
The
Then we go to Dookie Chase.
Dookie Chase. Hey, so when are you coming out Saturday?
Dookie Chase is really gonna have
I'll
to
be
pay
there Saturday
to be a
night.
sponsor
driving?
for this show.
Yes.
I think.
You said
I'm
you
sending my boy
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Okay, I got your hotel and everything.
Yes.
booked.
All right.
He's
So
doing
we
a great
get
thing.
Diego Jr. to.
Yes.
I'm taking him.
Send him-
I'm
Diego
taking him to the
3.
zoo. Hey, send him.
Please,
Can you
please.
Is that
can
the
you
cheek clapper?
hey can you pin? Hey, can you
Is that
pin?
the cheek
Did you hear that
clapper?
stuff?
I did hear that story. I don't know. Are we telling that
Hold
one on the podcast, Eric?
Is that the cheek clapper?
Yeah, he is the cheek clapper.
All right.
He's a cheek
You
clapper.
don't want to share?
Hey,
Not
refill,
yet, not
refill.
yet.
Hey,
Wait,
no,
wait.
no, no. By the end of the show, we got to refill
Hey,
Diego's
listen,
cup.
get some-
After June 30th. Then
Hey,
yes.
can you pin like $40 to his shirt so I can take him to the zoo? That way, maybe like a little note of things he's
Does
allergic
zoo
to.
Cost $40 these days?
It probably does.
I remember I used to pay like $2 to get into the Houston.
Yeah, the
Zoo.
zoo used to be cheap, man. Whatever happened to
parents used
that?
It was like
Take
fundraiser. I mean, like sponsorship. You know, you put money in.
Donation.
Donation. There you go.
And now
God
it's
dang, this mic.
$40 to go watch some.
Our parents just probably told us, "Oh, it's only $2. Don't worry." That's what we remember about
Let's
it.
see
I know,
tickets.
right?
Tickets right now. If we're gonna go to the zoo,
How come we don't have the zoo sponsor for this Fury FC event?
they're not really looking to broaden the.
Catch
Let me
a
see.
donkey show
Two
with this?
adults. It is New Orleans.
Is the donkey from bachelor party going to be there?
they're $25 each. That's not bad. $25.
Or does that say 52?
That's for 2 people.
It's like
You and your date.
half the price of a Fury ticket, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather go see the fights.
Yeah, $52. Don't encourage these people to
I
go to the
said,
zoo.
hey, tell you what,
Fight to the next day
if you can find me Saturday in New Orleans
at the zoo.
at the zoo, or maybe on Magazine Street, maybe at Dookie Chase's, maybe at Salvo's,
Yeah.
I will give you 2 pair of tickets to Fury FC 65.
If you can find me at Fogo de Chao on Friday, I will give you 2 pair of tickets.
If you can find me hiding in my hotel room,
But you have to pay
trying
for
not to
mine.
get robbed,
yeah,
I will
gotta
call
pay
Eric
for-
Garcia and have him give you 2 tickets.
There you go.
You got paid it. You got to pay.
Hey, we should put something together real quick though. If they see any of us, you're not coming out till Saturday.
Yes.
Hey, okay, look. If you
I'm
can
down for
find,
it. I'm down for it. I'll even wear a Fury FC t-shirt.
if you
There
can
you go.
find any staff member of Fury this weekend in New Orleans, we will be there starting Thursday
Well, I
night.
don't know. Like I don't want to give Mark that.
oh my gosh, Mark! Hey, I'm
Mark's
with
gonna be-
Fury, y'all.
Mark's gonna have a list of like 60 people. Like, what are we doing here?
Mark,
Anybody but
only 2 tickets. Mark, only 2 tickets to one person.
Yeah, Mark, and it can't be your wife.
2 tickets. It can't be someone you know. It's got to be.
Can't be your wife.
It's
or
got to
your
be
girlfriend, Mark.
someone else.
Mark will be
Can't
telling
do that.
everybody, man, I got all y'all. All y'all get free tickets. You know who I am?
Yeah, that's what
Ticket for you. Ticket for you.
Yeah, he'd be like
Ticket for you,
Oprah out on
Production manager.
Easy Street.
Killing it. Killing Mark. Killing Mark.
Mark.
Hey,
We love Mark.
before we get going, it's time for another Howlerhead break here. So, guys, once again, Howlerhead Whiskey, that monkey spirit, fuels our show every week. Make sure you check them out, please. Get your Howlerhead. Go bananas. I'm gonna make a special drink this weekend. Try to figure out something fun. I try to do the Howlerhead TKO combo of the weekend. He's breaking out the wrap snacks. So let me see here. I'm going to take a break real quick and grab me some more Howlerhead. You boys talk amongst yourself. Let's talk about this Fury FC 65.
How about the Migos barbecuing? Nah. Fury
I'm
FC
looking forward to seeing the Mo Show, Mo Miller in
Of
action.
course, man. Of
I
course.
mean, long overdue. He's got his title shot coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with that.
Mo and
I'm not as
Joshua
familiar
Williams.
with his opponent.
Joshua Weems.
Yeah.
Well, this is his debut with us. He has a huge fan base.
Yeah.
The kid's coming from Alabama, and
As Rich Burmaster falls out of the asshole chair.
Did you see me catch that seat? Did
Yes,
you see me catch
that was
that?
So
man, impressive. One-handed
he's coming
catch.
from Alabama, but he's bringing a ton of people with him.
Is he? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I know a lot of the online sales I see are
Well,
coming.
that's
through
the
him.
thing, man. Like Alabama and Louisiana, they're a lot closer together. You know, we're impressed with out-of-state fighters bringing people because Texas is so big. But like, you know, Louisiana to Alabama, it's like an hour, man. So for them, it's like, boom, let's go.
Yeah.
It was like 2 hours, but yeah. I mean, Mississippi's a little closer, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Come on,
If
Wayne.
you're driving, remember Wayne is in a Lear most of the time, so when he's styling and profiling, he's not used to normal times and travel means. But Mo Miller and Josh Weems, the 135 title is on the line on Saturday. Man, this is wrestling versus counter wrestling and striking. 100%.
And
And
styles make matchups. That's going to be a good one.
it's gonna be a great fight. Next up, we got Themba Gorimbo. Am I saying that right?
He's coming from South Africa.
It's a long drive.
Yeah, man, that's
South
not an hour
Africa.
away.
No,
How far is that?
I don't know. Probably 5 days.
Jeez.
By boat, we're talking
Hey,
like
listen.
a month. But you know,
He's coming from. He's an Iridium guy, and they pitched him. What is he? 9-3.
Yeah,
if
9-3.
he's an Iridium
welterweight.
guy, he's a killer, man.
Taking on Julio Rodriguez out of Team Oliveira out there.
Right. Yeah. So Team Oliveira has an affiliate school out there. Junior Oliveira is the head coach, and I need to ask Junior. I still haven't asked him. He's got to be related to Charles, right?
I mean, part of me wants to say they're all related out there
Well,
in
I
Brazil,
know.
but I think he is.
Is that his brother?
I don't think it's his brother. I know he has trained with Charles for a long time because I didn't even remember, but he was telling me about he remembers us training together when I was a gold team.
If you look at Charles's last few fights in the UFC, and
He's there, yeah.
This dude's in his corner.
It could be his brother.
You know, he's the selfie guy at the end of the fight
And
when
it-
they're raising Charles.
And
hand.
it is Team Oliveira. So they've opened up Team Oliveira out there in Destrehan, which is right outside of New Orleans.
They've got 3 guys on the card.
3 guys on the card, including Julio Rodriguez and Junior Marano taking on Luis Luna. That's going to be a banger fight at 45. Yeah. This card, again, we lost 4 fights off this card.
Well, when we started, I think we had 22.
22.
We're at 16.
And it's already it's still a great card. Matheus Camillo, always exciting, taking on Tyreek Malvo, 6-3 out of there out of Gladiators Academy in Lafayette.
Hey, listen. So go back to Themba and Luis Luna and Junior.
Yeah.
23-10 for Junior.
It's a lot of fights, dude.
Wow.
23-10. Let's
What's
see how
Luis
he-
Luna, like 14-5 or something? Like he's got a good record too.
Yeah, he's
Where
got-
are those fights taking place?
Who
my
kno-
backyard.
Who knows?
Those 23 wins, 10 losses.
16-8 for Luna.
16. I mean,
Junior, let's see. It looks like most of them are in Brazil. Or all in Brazil.
jungle
right?
fights. A lot of that,
Rumble on the
that was
Rock.
the promotion. Jungle
The
fights.
favela.
Hey, you remember
Favela
Rumble?
Fury.
Rumble on the Rock. Yeah.
I was listening to Joe Rogan on the way up here, and it was like from April with BJ Penn, and they were talking about Rumble on the Rock. And he was like, "How many did you do, BJ? Because those used to be the shit."
Yeah.
Like, those fights. He's like, I think we did like 5 or 6, and then BJ's running for governor. out
Yes.
there. He says, I think we did 5 or 6, and they didn't have to be sanctioned. And then all of a sudden, one day, I'm about to start a show, and this guy walks in, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here with the licensing department. It's time to start sanctioning these fights." He's like,
Here
"Dude,
we go.
they wouldn't even let us give the amateurs water
That's right.
because they said that was like us paying them." And Joe was like, "What the fuck? Like,
That's
you kidding
ridiculous.
me?"
Hey, that's what happens when you get government involved in a good thing, sir.
Some of these
And when government
commissions-
sees a good thing, they want to be involved.
Some
Yeah.
of these commissions are absolutely crazy, and it's great if you listen to some of these older fighters who have been around.
BJ?
BJ Penn, man, talk to Tim Crater. I
Tim.
told you he has one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in my life, and I'm
He started telling us that
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, and then
Dude,
he kind of got
It
distracted.
is such a good. So
It's almost like the cheat class.
you guys remember Bodog fights?
I do.
So Bodog, this is like mid 2000s. Bodog is out there, and they had Fedor fighting. They had Matt Linlin. Well, they called Tim up, and Tim said, I want to say it was like a week's notice, maybe a week's notice. Hey, man,
Is it
we got-
Louisiana?
he was in Louisiana. Then the fight was in Costa Rica.
Oh shit!
They go, we need you in
That says
Costa.
it all.
We need you in Costa Rica this weekend.
We'll fly
You're
you
gonna
out.
fight this guy, Chad Sampson. He's like, he's some kind of kung fu guy.
Oh my god.
And Tim's like, okay, whatever, man. Tim back then, Crazy Tim Crater, that was his nickname. He was just out of the Navy.
Chad
and that
Sampson.
dude, that's Chad
Some kind of
Sampson.
kung fu. He's Muay Thai fighter
Chad
or
Sampson,
something.
right?
Some kind of kung fu.
He gets there to weigh-ins. The dude weighs in. It's Chael Sonnen. So he spent all week like preparing for a kung fu Chad Sampson. He gets there and he gets like blast doubled in the first round. He's like, okay, well, I wasn't expecting this. Okay, he's like, yeah, some dude Chad Sampson or something.
Oh,
you get there
that's
and it's
awesome.
But that promoters used to do that because remember there was no Tapology. There was no way to look up. Which is one of the things that you and I
if you're
talk
looking
about all
up
the time.
Chad Sampson, you're not going to find Chael Sonnen.
Right, right. But like, there wasn't even
He
YouTube
might as well
yet.
just told him, hey, his
no,
name's
no.
CS.
Yes, CS.
They call him CS.
CS Lewis. We don't know. There was, but there was no way back then. You just fought.
Right.
You know, like remember he was telling us about there was a card at Blackham Coliseum, and for all my old Louisiana MMA guys, like that was the place where you fought on Hay, Chico, all these guys that fought there. Drew Ratajczak.
What was it?
Blackham Coliseum in
What was the
Lafayette.
promotion?
USA
USA?
MMA. Gil Guillory.
Yeah.
He went there. There was 26 fights on the card. They didn't know who they were fighting till the day they got there, and all 26 fights stayed on the card.
We should start doing it like
If
that.
we did that, we would lose 98% of the fights.
How many? They wouldn't end up probably with
No,
5 fights.
Even as amateurs now, the first thing almost we get is what's his name? I want to look him up.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
What
Like,
happened to
your-
the real
Your
fighters?
debuts,
No, man,
guys.
fighters want to fight.
Yeah, what happened to the real fighters? Pisses me off. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started.
Hey, so back to this amazing card. Luis Luna, Junior Morano, Mateus Camillo, Tyreek Malvo, Casey Jones makes that
The
walk out
vigilante.
versus Jonathan Island. Man, Jonathan Island's very similar to us for like Frank Mino. Came to us like 4-1.
Yeah. I was
And
about
then
to say.
just run into a line of Fury killers, man.
Yeah.
He don't say no.
No, not at all.
He's a fighter. He's one of the ones
Yeah,
that doesn't say
he's
no.
the guy that don't say no.
And he's coming.
Hey, Javier Obregon taking on Felipe Frayne. Felipe Frayne 13-6 at 135. He is a monster. Like this guy gets after it.
Obregon's been out for a little while.
And also opening up the card, UFC. You asked us to find some females. We got some females for you right now. Macy Bro taking on Taylor Malden at 115. Both of these coming in at 2-0, undefeated. Awesome fighters. This is going to be a crazy card just on the main card. This doesn't count because we got Tommy Britton and Zach Borrego. Zach Borrego looked like a monster his last fight in San Antonio. Robert Casper and Jose Ceja. Casper coming off those crazy flying knees.
Jose's been out for a little bit too. Boxer. Classic stand-up fight right here.
Isaiah Diggs and Pena Almov. Isaiah Diggs undefeated as an amateur.
4-0.
Yeah. Tedrick Macklin taking on Jacob Small. That's going to be a crazy fight. My fight of the night that I'm interested in seeing, man, Joseph Aguilar taking on Jared Frio. Jared Frio 7-1 as an amateur. Joseph was also, I want to say, 7-1 as an amateur. Frio held every Louisiana, Mississippi, whatever title it was as amateurs.
Pro debut, huh?
Making his pro debut versus Joseph Aguilar. And then we got Christian Lopez taking on Rylan Melanson. Going to be an amazingly fun card.
Those are all the pro fights.
Even
right?
with the ones we lost.
Yeah, I know. We lost prime time.
Lost Prime Time. We lost
damn.
Nate.
Prime time's not fighting.
Prime Time's not fighting.
All right.
Not fighting.
Actually-
let's dive into that one.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Actually,
dive
we can
into
dive
that.
into that for a second. Listen, fighters, there is a reason we give you
got one?
deadlines for your medicals or anything we give you a deadline for. It's not because we're trying to be assholes,
Even though we are.
even though we are.
No, we
it's
are.
because if you do not turn your paperwork in, it gets too late and we're not able to make the fight happen.
Because we have to turn stuff into the government.
How about this? Louisiana is one of the easiest states to deal with when it comes
they
to
really are, man.
medicals, when it comes to Ricky out there makes it
You could tell
so
Ricky's
easy
a
to
fight
work with.
fan.
Yeah,
It's almost scary, though.
a little bit.
It's almost scary because you don't know what to expect. Like, you show up and all of a sudden this fight's off.
But if
because-
you miss not getting your medicals in
And all it is lab work.
because you're waiting
Come on,
till like 2 days beforehand, what are we doing?
You don't really
It
want to
is
fight.
not our job as
Listen.
the promoters to get you your medicals.
I'm not booking this guy again. Like,
It's 2 times.
That's twice with Isaac Moreno. And, you know, I have a
And
good.
Isaac Moreno is a game. You know he's
Yeah,
gonna
for
have
sure.
his shit together. He's got his medicals done.
But that's
He's
twice
ready to
this
go.
guy was matched with Isaac, and we've had to cut him, or he pulled out, or whatever. And I've got a decent relationship with his manager, so I'm not going to hold that against him for this guy. But his manager says I already sent him a release. I'm not messing with him either. And like just right now while we were sitting down, I get a damn Facebook voice message saying, I lost my ID, I lost my wallet. Can I still come and y'all draw my blood work at the weigh-ins?
We
Have
don't do
Have you
that. That's
never
what they don't
fought
understand
in your life?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But this goes in
Rich
like,
Spurmaster isn't in the back with an IV taking blood.
yeah, maybe
It's
you
not
should
blood
learn-
I'm taking.
Maybe you should learn that, Rich.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I guess.
I'm not wasting my time no more.
Yeah,
Like,
that's unfortunate, man. I was really looking forward to seeing Isaac in New Orleans. Man, he's a beast in that cage. What his last fight? What was it like? 17 seconds?
yeah.
Man, 170 is a division that's not easy to put together, but we have, I want to say, 3 of the top prospects, possibly 4 of the top prospects in the nation. When you look at Isaac Moreno, Cody Steele, I don't know where you put Sam Kilmer. Like, the dude wants to fight at every weight class there is. So you can
we
put
can
him at
land him in welterweight
70,
just for this.
55,
Yeah.
wherever you want to put him. He will fight anyone, anytime.
He's
He's a fighter.
if you want to fight Sam Kilmer, send me a DM.
It's not
Anybody-
a joke.
Anyone.
It's not
I'm
a joke.
serious.
Anyone, it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
not
joke.
playing. Like, if you want to fight, if you're a 55 or a 70, I don't think the kid's gonna go to 45 again.
I don't think
If
he
you want to
can.
fight Sam, go ahead and DM me or
Yeah.
Rich. Like,
Let us know, man.
let us know because he'll say yeah. And he's not gonna say, well, let me go look at your topology. Let me find a video. He say, okay. The kid's 19 years old, and he realizes that this is what he wants to do for a living,
Right.
and he doesn't give a shit who it is.
Hey, speaking of guys who only say yes, shout out to Juan Adams.
Yes.
Getting that PFL fight this weekend.
Yeah, y'all tune in, man.
Again, as we have said for the longest time, and I have said, I've been very lucky. I came up on the promotion side under Mick Maynard. I'm now working with Eric, and 2 guys who are fighter first mentality. And our first conversation when we couldn't book Juan, it was funny you brought it up on our first show because we had just started talking about it again, was that if a better offer was on the, or if a good offer was on the table for Juan, we would release him so that he could go and make
Pursue
money
that opportunity,
because
yeah.
people didn't want to fight him. And he got an opportunity. PFL called. We alluded to it last week. It's signed and sealed. He is fighting this weekend. Congratulations to Juan as he takes
Congrats
one
indeed.
step closer. What a great story. Juan is not. He should be a favorite to win that $1 million.
That would
There's
be
very,
so
very
awesome, man.
few-
Cracking $1 million.
Man, there's very few.
Give me a shout out,
heavyweights.
Juan. That's all I want.
He deserved it, man.
Just give me a shout out.
Yeah,
Don't worry about Rich. Just give me a shout out.
congratulations once again to Juan Adams. Hey, also congratulations Austin Lane,
Yes.
our heavyweight champion. It was announced that he will be
September.
fighting for Contender Series in September.
Yep.
So he gets another shot back at the Dana White Contender Series, and I think he takes advantage of it this time.
I hope so. Man.
Yeah,
I hope so, man. He's another one of those good guys that deserves that opportunity.
Well, this is one of those things where if he goes out there and he doesn't make it,
This is like do or die. This
yeah,
is it.
like
yeah.
if he comes, I don't think we have something for him when he comes back. It's hard. Like
We
the heavyweight
don't.
division is really tough. So maybe PFL.
Yeah, he's another guy that maybe it's PFL.
He's tough, great guy. He's got the look. He's one of those that got there and fell short, and then he came with us and beat Juan. And then the second fight, he didn't really get to show nothing. Not
Yeah.
his fault.
Yeah,
it would have been a
no
great
fault
one.
of his
but-
own.
I
Yeah,
don't.
his
I
opponent
don't
got
think.
injured.
I don't think it's a secret. I hope it's not a secret. Again, our job is to send talent to the UFC.
Right.
Our job is to make prospects for the UFC. If you get there and you have multiple attempts at it, and for whatever reason you don't stay or you don't make it, then by all means you should be looking at PFL. You should be looking at a Bellator or something to where you can go get a bigger paycheck because that's where you're going to be now, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being in the Bellator or PFL and making great money.
Right.
Our job, and I say this to managers all the time, listen, you're sending me a guy who's 40 years old with 20 fights. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I cannot
And
use him.
we voiced at the beginning that all we're here to do is send guys to the UFC.
That's it.
We're not interested in Bellator, PFL. There are some expectations, but I think we're at a point now where we're looking at the fighters and where they've come from and what their records are. And like, I really don't give a shit if you're 22-6
Right.
and you've already been to the UFC and those 6 losses are there, because if they don't want you back, what am I going to do besides put you with a Sam Kilmer maybe?
Yeah.
But then you're going to be expensive as hell at this level and demand all this money and say, I've been to the UFC. Yeah, but you're not going back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some guys, they have that belief and that thought. And listen, don't fool yourself. we are talking to the guys who you want to go work for, constantly. Like we're constantly in talks with him, and it's hey man, are you interested in this guy?
If they say no, then I'm not interested either.
They say no, then I don't
Like
have a
for the
whole lot
UFC,
to talk
like
to you about.
the age is like 30. It's like, you know, if you're over 30, you know, we're not really looking to. I mean, yeah,
You're right.
Obviously,
You're right.
There are a few exceptions, but I mean, you got to be that exception. If you're that guy that's on the downside of your career trying to make your way back up, you're not probably that exception.
I think a heavyweight is the exception. I mean,
Heavyweight?
obviously, it'll stick with me when Dana came and he said, "I'm not looking for 32-year-olds," and he took
Trey.
Nikolai.
took Nikolai.
Nikolai.
And he took
And then he took
Ogden.
Trey on
Yeah.
his 33rd.
Yeah,
return.
but he told us, we were saying right
But
there,
they're on
like,
the
it's
come
the
up,
exception.
you
know? Yeah.
These are the exceptions. The rule, like look at Adrian Yanez is 28,
Okay.
but he's already 5 fights into his UFC career.
Right.
He's on the right path. He's where he should be. 32, 33. I mean, probably by the time he's 30, he's fighting for a title.
Well, Isaac Moreno's 25,
Right. It's on
and
the
he's
right side.
and he's 3-0. He's got very, very good chances.
Hey, how about this? A guy I think a lot of people, it's hard to model after his career. He had a rough run. Brendan Allen is 26 years old with 23 fights.
That's crazy.
So if you
Somebody
are
guy doesn't
waiting,
say no.
if you are waiting for the right fight every time, that may not be the best path for you. Listen, the great Saul Solis said, if you cannot beat the guy they put in front of you on the regional level, it doesn't matter.
Well, even like,
Doesn't matter. Stop.
Alex Morano's how old? 30?
Alex
he
Morano,
30?
I want to say he's under 30. Yeah, or he may be right there.
And he's pushing how many fights now?
In the UFC?
Yeah.
Oh, or in total.
Total. Just
Oh,
total.
he's got to be over 20. I would think he is.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, he's got to be 30 fights at least, right?
Let's see. He is Alex Morano is 21 wins, 7 losses. He's had 30 fights.
Yeah.
And he is 31 years old. I mean, he's right in that line. But now you're talking about a guy who has been in the UFC. Dude, he has been in the UFC since 2016.
He told me the other day he wants 30 fights in the UFC before he retires. And I think he's
on his way.
Yeah, he's close to 20, right?
Yeah.
He's close to 20.
So, but that's where you
fighter's
have to be
mentality,
going.
man.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
If you are, and this is no offense to a guy like Moreno, you're 25, 26 years old, you're 3-0, and he's doing the Moreno's asked for fights every day, every
does.
time.
He does.
Like
he
you
works
need
his ass
you
off,
need to
man.
model yourself after those types of guys and take every fight you can, because again, if you cannot beat the person put in front of you regionally, nationally, you're not going to go to the next step worldwide.
It makes you question their management, like whenever they're worried about who am I fighting, what's their record, that kind of thing. Like, shouldn't management be like advising, like, hey, take whoever they give you?
Hey, I can tell you now that the Jason Houses at Iridium, the Butlers, the Hampers, those guys tell their fighters, hey, listen, you need to take this opportunity.
Hell yeah.
And they get frustrated if they have a guy that says no. I mean, if you look at our main event in New Orleans, it's an Iridium guy versus Iridium.
And how many times does that happen? It's happened,
it happens
quite
Probably
often.
almost never.
Quite often. But then we have other management. We have other management companies who continue to
I was
tell us,
winking.
my
I was
guys
winking."
won't fight my guys. Well, that's you.
They don't if they don't train together, I don't think it matters. But
Hey, listen, again, our job, we are not trying to build friendships. We are trying to put prospects
Well, I wanna
into
be
the
friends
UFC.
as well.
No, we
I
can
don't
be
wanna-
friends too, but we can drink
I wanna be friends.
afterwards.
I
have
We
zero
can drink
interest.
after the
I want
fights.
to be friends after I put on a damn good show.
Bang, exactly.
So,
And Rich, you
25
go to
years
Dookie
old,
Chase.
Isaac Moreno,
Yeah.
25 years old, Zachary Borrego, he's 2-0.
Yeah.
He could be 3-0 after this weekend.
How old's Cody Steele?
27 years old, Cody Steele.
Jeez.
So Cody's 1-0. Like, he has time, obviously, but I'd like to get him moving. You know,
Yeah, he has time, but not much. Not much. We got to get him moving.
25 to 27, that's 2 extra years somebody like Moreno or Borrego has
Yep.
that Cody's already passed. But, you get Cody, he's got time to have 10 fights before he's 30 years old.
For sure. For sure. He's a guy who, barring injury,
Yeah.
should fight 4 times a year.
Well, the thing is that he grapples so much,
So intense, too.
competes so much.
Yeah,
You know,
and-
if he just focused on fighting and that's it. But, I mean, that's a big part of his life is competing in these grappling shows and stuff.
That's where the money is, brother.
Shit. Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to believe that that's where the money is.
I know.
When I started Submission Hunter Pro, it amazed me how some of these grapplers would be like, I want $5,000. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Like, how many?
I've been on Fight to Win.
I don't give a shit where you've been.
Yeah.
Like, we're not the one.
If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make
No,
sense.
man.
And, some of our Submission Hunter events have been really successful. I'll say that.
Yeah.
We packed the building, but I mean, you're not coming in and demanding like $5,000.
Let me have $5,000 to 7 minutes.
No combat, like no strikes.
That's what I try. I said, do you realize that this pro MMA fighter that is fighting 3 rounds and getting punched and kicked and elbowed is not making $5,000? Well, you should pay him more. You don't understand business,
They don't
man.
understand business.
Like, you're the type of guy that'll
This would be a great podcast. We're too far into this one to start on this now.
listen. But the grappler that says shit like that would be the perfect example of how not to ever get into business for yourself,
exactly.
or you'll lose your ass off. Because the dude would go bankrupt very quick.
Yeah, but these are also
I think that's what's made you like a really successful promoter, because you've had success in business before you got into this side of things. But like I said, that's another podcast, another time, another place.
Hey, look, if you're the grappler that says, I need $5,000 or I'm not competing for you, unless you have your own school that's going tremendously well.
Right. I'm sorry to laugh at that every time you say it.
I'm sorry, but you are your own brand. You are your own business. And if your business is making $15K a year, $20K a year, you have a shitty business.
Listen, I will tell you, if you ask me for $5,000, I'll say, okay, sell 10 in tickets. Done deal. If you can sell half of what you want, double what you want, so I can give you half.
Allow me.
You can have it.
You're the promoter. You're supposed to sell the tickets.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Sure.
I guess.
But you're the fighter. You're what we're selling.
Yeah, exactly. People are gonna pay to see the card that I've built.
And we can't
If
sell.
you're on there
we
and they don't
can't
wanna
sell
see
you for $10,000.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
So,
there
If I
is
can't
a,
sell you for $10,000, God.
there's
We
a
can't even sell
reason.
the ex-UFC guy for that much. What do you think we're going to get
There
for
is
you?
a reason that everyone knows who Ric Flair is, but not everyone knows what the NWA is.
Word.
And
How about that Ric Flair drip?
That Ric Flair drip. Hey, speaking of which,
Play that song real quick.
I got that
Hey,
new
how come we got no
Ric
Ric Flair chips?
Rash Garden jersey coming out.
I want a
T-shirt coming
t-shirt.
out. I got you, doggy.
Yeah, I want that T-shirt
I got
too.
you. I
The
got
rash
you.
guard.
I mean,
yeah.
y'all
I
didn't-
don't know. Can I wear the rash guard with
Y'all
jeans
didn't
and
say
Jordans?
shit when I posted the pre-order. That's
grappling tournaments.
Oh no, I want a free. I want to pay for it.
Oh yeah. Listen, you sell me double in
How
shirts.
about I trade you for a Fury T-shirt?
Ooh. I'm in.
I say
I'm in.
jersey,
Same
jersey,
value.
jersey.
Same.
You haven't even wore your jersey yet.
No, I haven't.
What's wrong with you?
I-
I better
you
Y'all try to put me in the jersey
I gotta be ready
for
for
a
it.
show.
I haven't seen you in yours
You
either.
tried to put me in the middle of a cage on a show, a live broadcast, wearing the jersey.
Yes.
And
Bruce Buffer-
I asked
would
the Fight
Bruce
Pass guys,
Buffer
they're
do
like,
that?
dude, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, well, we weren't on Fight Pass for that event, fortunately.
They're like, Justin Bernard would have did it.
nice try.
Wow.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Wow.
Justin Bernard would do a lot of things for less money than I would do.
Something about
That's what she said.
a real announcer would have.
Did you wear your jersey to the Astros game?
Yeah, I did. That's why Justin Verlander got smoked out of the building, man. I didn't wear my
As a matter
Astros
of
gear.
fact, I am going to Astros games today.
No, hey,
Hey,
it's a
wear your
dope. It's a
jersey.
dope jersey.
There
I
you go.
have worn the jersey. It's a dope jersey.
We got to get our names put on the back.
That would have been great if,
You know that?
my name would have been on the back. I don't know that I could have said no, but I probably would have.
All right, bring it back to me. I'll get it done.
Can they even put Leger on the back of that? Is there no
Oh,
space?
I mean, it's only like what
Leggett,
7 letters. So
Leggett.
There's like 3 G's in it, right?
it's Leger now. I'm
Is Leger
bougie.
New Orleans
I'm bougie.
type?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Oh,
very
shit.
French.
So
It's
that's
Leger.
There you go.
Come on,
That's what you're going to be all weekend.
let's go. Just
How, do
don't
you
get
say,
me robbed in the French
how
Quarter.
would we say Rahil's last name in French?
Oh, you wouldn't. You'd say brown guy.
Ramzan Ali.
You would say random bag check.
God. We're about to get canceled.
I know, man.
That's okay.
Hashtag
I'm okay,
just
I'm okay
kidding.
with that.
Right, Rahil's got a great sense of humor. He would laugh at that.
We love Rahil.
Hey, don't forget, guys, this weekend, the Hilario Center in, listen, I know it's Westwego. I understand that. But no one knows where Westwego is, nor do they give a shit where Westwego
How you
is.
spell it? West?
W-E-S-T,
West we go. It's just like it sounds like.
Right.
We're going west.
Well, I wanted
west
to see how
we go.
drunk Rich was.
So we are going to New Orleans. We're going to the Big Easy this weekend. Gonna have some crawfish.
The
Gonna
land
have
of
some
crawfish.
beer.
I'm not having no crawfish.
You're gonna eat all the crawfish.
No.
I'm taking you out.
have
to Salvo
crawfish in New
Seafood.
Orleans, you
Salvo's,
can
I will
get
see
dookie
you.
chased.
It's too much work.
I will see you this weekend. No, y'all all gonna go. Y'all all
Listen,
gonna
the
go.
white people know how to eat crawfish. Us, we're not used to that shit. You know, if we're gonna eat hand food, it's a flauta.
These are the dudes. Y'all out there like corn mashing to make tortillas, but you can't break open a bug. All right,
I know.
Whatever.
For an ant-sized piece of meat.
I feel you. I feel you.
Whatever,
Man.
whatever.
Rich,
This is
I'm
Luwak.
with you. It's like I used to say the same thing, like
you.
when I was like 8.
Right when you were a
know.
baby.
Yeah,
When you were a baby.
dude, they're great.
I'll eat
Listen.
fried crawfish.
Okay, that's fine. You got peel
I'll
them
eat the
first.
crawfish
No, I'm
that
not
somebody peels for me. But hey, man, you know when you live on the
Are we-
third floor
are
of
we
your
on a-
palatial estate, somebody
Thank
is
you.
going
Yeah,
to peel
you're
your
right.
crawfish
You're
for
right.
you.
I'm sure one of the servants could come down and peel
Listen,
those crawfish.
Jeffrey, peel my crawfish
His name is Julio.
and fry them.
Yeah, man, people are gonna start believing y'all's bullshit. Golly.
Hey, this weekend, guys, Fury FC 65 goes down in New Orleans, Louisiana. Get your tickets at furyfc.tv. It's going to be an amazing card. Tune into the undercard, 2:30 p.m. CST. What's CST stand for? Central Standard Time?
Central Standard
All right.
Time. We're slipping. These morning shows, we didn't even finish that first bottle of Howler.
What are y'all
man.
doing, man?
I'm disappointed. I did my part.
I've had four glasses.
Well, I
already.
drank like half a bottle of that. I think you guys are pouring light.
He gets to go back to his personal spa on level 2.
Man, I'm not
And
even going home.
got
I'm going to Best Buy after this.
Where you getting the Best Buy?
need
I need
a
some new,
laptop.
I need some new headphones.
I need a laptop.
So
That
does Rich.
bitch ass dog you
Hey,
got me.
Rich needs a new
Did you
laptop
see-
too, man. He's been shaving on his OnlyFans. He's been shaving.
You're welcome. My bad. I do need a new laptop, but my third set
Oh my god.
of Beats headphones. I got this dog from this. What do we got? My hairs, beard hair.
I wish we had a camera on Rich's laptop. That's what we
I
really
got
needed
this-
for that
It's
joke.
got like all these white marks on it.
All these, it's got all these
Looks
curly
like he-
hairs on it.
Listen, it looks like he just spilled some milk on the
Listen,
laptop.
you guys don't get excited during the show.
Hey, what is this OnlyFans? Close this.
Close that, Rich. Come on, zip your pants up.
I hate you all. I hate you all. But what I don't hate is Fury FC 65 this weekend in Hilarious Center.
Oh man,
be good,
looking forward
Tune
to
in.
it.
We got some friends and family coming out from the Navy, from the Naval Air Station base out
Nice.
there.
Hell yeah.
Gretna Police Department will be in the house. Plaquemines Parish Sheriff's Office will be in the house. Diego will be in the house.
Hey, what's the
House.
radio station? They've been
95.7 The Bayou.
blasting us at 95 point. They're actually calling me today at 6:20 for a on-air.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we didn't do the podcast then. We could have like done like a
6:20
collab.
p.m. I think I better have a reminder.
How
right
sober
here.
will you be?
I'll
Aren't
be
you going to
good.
play golf after here?
No, I'm not. We're going to Top Golf. We're
Yo,
going to Top Golf.
you will
Shout
be
out.
drunk. Yeah,
But we're
you-
going to Top Golf at 8, so I'll do my radio thing and then we'll go to Top
Okay.
Hammered.
Golf. Go to Top Golf.
Hammered.
No, man.
Jago, what time? What are we at? How long have we been doing this today?
1 hour.
Hey, meet me at Torres Jiu Jitsu, man. We could like collab on that call, man. We'll, like, do
At
some
6:20.
shots.
Hey, listen, guys. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share this podcast to all your friends and family. Let them know. If you enjoyed the show, we thank you. If you didn't like the show, we thank you for listening as well.
If you can't get some head,
Get some Howlerhead.
there you go. That's it.
Hey, guys, once again, Wayne, let's get out of here.
The time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast. And now, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.